Today I'm going to show you about the swing plane that is relative to every golf club from the putter through to the driver. Today I'm going to demonstrate this using a 5-iron, but this same principle will apply to all clubs in the bag. In the background you can see I'm standing behind the 10th hole at Bann Public Golf Course, which is the new home of Bann Golf, and I've got a couple of very simple training aids here. One is I've just got a piece of board and I've got it propped up using a golf shaft. Now I can change the angle of this board, which represents the plane of the swing, based on the length of the club and the designated setup angle of that club. Okay, so let's have a look at plane first of all. In other videos I have talked about a vertical plane and horizontal plane, but let's go over it again. If I was to swing a golf club on a vertical plane, it would look something like this, and the club would travel straight back and straight through. If I was going to swing the club on a horizontal plane, it would look something like this. Golf is always played on an inclined plane, and that angle is determined by the length of the golf club and the lie angle of the golf club. So I've got a 5-iron here, and I'm just going to adjust that angle until it sits nicely with the 5-iron. Now from this point here I can start to practice my backswing and my through the ball feel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to practice the first move of my backswing using the plane board now. So I'm going to set myself up. I've already set the angle of the plane board. I'm going to set myself up and I'm going to practice the first move of the backswing. Now what I always like in the backswing, and we'll have a look at this from a front-on angle in a moment, but what I always like is to move the triangle of the arms and shoulders away with that shaft moving along that plane until the butt of the club is opposite the middle of my right thigh. So let's have a look at that from front on now. Okay, the first move of the backswing, I like to move the triangle of the arms and shoulders away until the butt of the club is opposite the right leg. Now from this point, I can now start to fold the right elbow, which is going to, in turn, with the motion of the swing, start to allow the wrist to set and move the club up on plane until the top of the backswing. But my feeling is one piece to here, and from this point here, I'm really thinking about just folding the right elbow. My thought in my golf swing, and I find this works very well with most of my students, is just the feeling from this first move of the backswing of just setting the right arm to an angle of 90 degrees. So it looks like this. So first move and then set the right arm to 90 degrees, and I've made a pretty good on-plane backswing. Okay, so we've got first move of the backswing, triangle, arms and shoulders moving away until the butt of the club is opposite the right leg. Then I'm just going to fold the right elbow to 90 degrees and the club moves to the top of the backswing. It's a nicely on plane. So it's a great way to practice your backswing. One piece to the top. One piece to the top. Most faults in the backswing occur in the very first move, the first 30 centimetres, the first foot or so. We get a lot of golfers who try to push the club straight back, and you can see that club shaft come straight off the plane, and then you've got a lot of golfers have heard you've got to hit the ball from the inside. So what they try and do is they try and get that club way inside. Well, that would be impossible to do with the plane board because the plane board won't let me get the club around there. So basically what we want to do is we want to move that club back in one piece, fold the right elbow to 90 degrees, and that's going to put us in a great position from a plane and position point of view at the top of the backswing where we're ready to start the downswing.